I'm like really obsessed with this look. I feel so cute. I am really surprised at how perfectly this top works with this dress. Like, what the heck? I'm sorry, but like, it looks so good. It's so fun. Anyways, enough about me. This is about your coordinates. This episode of Fixing Coordinates is brought to you in part by Puvithel. Puvithel is an actual person, a designer behind the brand Puvithel, which is both accessories and clothing for J fashion enthusiasts and Lolitas. Puvithel recently released a beautiful Lolita line. I'm obsessed with it. It's desserts and dogs. I really wish that I had money for it when it came out. If it ever re-releases, I'm gonna be on that. There's also like boy style versions, and it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Puvithel also has a wide range of J fashion pieces. If you aren't specifically into Lolita, I'm sure there are accessories or clothing pieces for you. This piece is from a J fashion line. It wasn't necessarily meant to be Lolita, but I can't believe how well it works with this JSK. I am like really feeling this. It's so cute. I'm really happy that I tried it out with this today. You may also know Puvithel from the Crystal Heart series that recently went out of production, but there are a few still left on the site, so check it out. Thank you so much, Puvithel, for supporting me on Patreon. It really helps me put time and effort into my videos and takes the pressure off of having to release constantly, and I'm able to put more effort into my work. So thank you so much, Puvi, for supporting me on Patreon, and thank you to all my patrons. So after my recent Concrit video, I have really been doing some soul searching when it comes to giving criticism in Lolita, and in my last episode I mentioned that I'm going to be sort of changing this series from the idea of fixing your original coordinate to instead giving you more options to wear your pieces. If you want to know more information about how this series is changing, it'll be in the description or pinned comment, as well as that previous episode. I'm gonna do 4 as I normally do because 4 is my lucky number, but I think that in my next episode I might need to do like a speed round of fixing chords. That might be interesting. So tune in for that one too. If you would like to submit to this series or my new series of styling your Lolita, you can email me at lovelylouretopics@gmail.com. Just include fixing coordinates or fixing somewhere in the subject line. Let's get into it. Hi Lore, after watching a lot of your videos and admiring Lolita fashion from afar, I finally decided that I would give Lolita a try for myself. I normally wear styles like Hime Kaji and Larm. I have no idea what Hime Kaji is, but I do know Larm. Well, I feel like a lot of Larm pieces can be integrated into Lolita, and even when you look at like Larm magazine, they sometimes style Lolita pieces in a Larm way. I'm guessing Hime Kaji has something to do with princess style? You can call me Nelly, my pronouns are she, her. I found this gorgeous innocent world heart rose shirring JSK on Lace Market, and I just had to get it. But now I have to admit I have trouble coordinating it. I've been trying to find other people's coordinates using this JSK, but I can't find any. Any recommendations on resources for cord inspo? I generally take inspiration from Instagram and magazines like Kara and GLB. I feel like there was a lot more inspiration back in the Tumblr and LiveJournal days, and I think that a lot of the times I still think about coordinates from that time period. During that time, people would often tag the name of their dresses, which has kind of been lost on Instagram, and it's also hard to sort through things like Magic Princess, for example, when there's a million other non-Lolita things on Instagram with the same tag. I think collectively we should all try to continue to tag the names of our dresses. I'm definitely going to start doing that. I definitely have fallen off the bandwagon with that myself. I don't tag the names of my dresses anymore, and I really should. Although I think you can get inspiration from other coordinates even if it isn't the same print. You can always look through the EGL tags, the Lolita, daily Lolita tags, Lolita fashion. You could always look through Tumblr. This got me thinking about the old Lolita fashion internet culture like Lacebook and Poupe Girl too. Of course, there's Closet of Frills if you use Facebook. Other than that and local communities, I'm not sure what else to advise. when it comes to looking for coordinate inspiration. Maybe commenters will have more help for you. I'm wearing a blouse from Little Dipper and Innocent World OTKs, as well as some white Tea Party shoes that are off-brand. I need something on my head and perhaps a different hairstyle. I'd prefer no wigs, please. I am waiting on a straw hat to come in the mail. My instincts tell me that I should be adding more pink into the coordinate. I'd rather it not be too pink heavy / sweet, as I want it to be a more classic country way if possible. I thought about adding some browns, such as brown Oxford / brogues, must be a type of shoe, that I already own. Any suggestions on a brown bag? Could I make Kuma Kumia Pochette from Baby Starshine Bright work? Lol, I just love Kuma Kumia. Thanks so much. So some people have issues with mixing brands. I've never had an issue with mixing brands. I'm wearing Cream and Sugar headpiece, Puvithel, Baby Starshine Bright. I often wear Baby and AP together, so I don't care. There are some Lolitas who might care about that, but I feel like a lot of people do it. It's a pretty normal thing. I think that you could make Kuma Kumia work with this because I feel like I wouldn't add any other kind of like cartoony or character elements to this. I would kind of make Kuma Kumia be the feature, and then, as you mentioned, add in some browns. Like brown shoes, I would keep maybe the current base that you have here, and then just like brown hat, brown head accessory, something that would match Kuma Kumia up here, and then shoes with it. I think would look really cute. Hair, I would love to see. I'm not sure if your hair is long enough to do the braided like teardrop shape kind of thing where you braid your hair and then you pin it up. But if you could manage it, that could be cute. You could put like a beret over to hide the little ends of your braids. If your hair is not long enough to do that, you could kind of do low buns, I think, with a beret or a boater hat or a ruffly headband like this. I don't really see like low buns too often, but they are a cute look, and it's a nice way to kind of fill in this space when you have a headpiece, like your neck space and then your dress. I wouldn't honestly mix too much pink in there, and I'd be really careful about the hue of pink that you do mix in. I would probably stick with more of like warmer pinks, like salmony, coral kind of, not even like, maybe more washed out coral colors, and kind of avoid the more blue tone like bubblegum pink, because I think that if you stay with those hues of pink, it will give more of the classic vibe that you're going with, and I think that it'll complement this ivory color. I think that introducing a blouse, or even in this, like, what is this? It's like a soft rose pink blouse might be cute, and then some sort of cream or brown shoes with cream and brown tights, and then like, I feel like I wouldn't pair this with a dark brown blouse. That's one thing that I would avoid, just because I think that the contrast would be too much with trying to go classic, but I would stick with maybe more like light browns, beiges, gold maybe. For headpieces, I would just do some sort of ruffly headband like this, berets, boater hats. That's all I can really think of for classic. I mean, you could do something with a bonnet and try to have your hair more curly and do sort of like a princessy blouse with it, and that would give you more of like a hime, fancy, elegant style cord. Hi Lore, my name is Bupi and I go by she, her pronouns. This is one of my favorite dresses that I currently own, and I was trying to look into other somewhat elegant ways to style it. It's an OP, so it's a bit difficult to style in different ways. Any ideas you have would be much appreciated. My parents are most comfortable ordering off Devil Inspired and Lace Market, so pieces from there would be easier to get for me. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it's so difficult because it has that, some of the challenges that you face with this is that it has a collar on it already. So even if you were to kind of try to layer blouses or necklines underneath it, it's hard because that collar is there. I'm not sure if it's removable or not. And this is such a beautiful dress. I like that it looks like you styled it already with some gloves and a beret, and I would totally do this. I would look into something that you can maybe put over top of it to change the interest a little bit. That way you can kind of hide the top of it and kind of use the bottom more. And then looking at this print, it looks like there's some areas that you could bring in different colors with your accessories. There's purple and pink in here, so you could have like a purple beret instead possibly, or some purple reflected in your jewelry as well as pink. You could do this with pink shoes instead. This might be interesting with long gloves if you want to do this in a more over the top sort of way. Some long gloves that kind of go to here, and then maybe a big bonnet with a bunch of accessories in it. I do think that this has the potential to be worn in a more everyday way, and you just like add shoes. There you've got a fancy, nice, pretty dress. Or you can add more pieces to it to make it seem more over the top and elegant and extreme. Hi Laura, I wanted to start by saying that finding your videos is what motivated me to really get into Lolita fashion. I'm so glad! That's why I make them. So hearing that that helped you is really rewarding to me. Thank you. Your kindness and creativity is so inspirational. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's super simple since at the time my wardrobe was brand new. Also ignore the Doc Martens. I usually wear black Mary Jane. I just want your advice on areas I can improve upon, different ways to style this cord. I am especially looking for headpieces and accessories that would work. I would like to play with pink in the pattern, but I just don't know where to start. So this dress, just like the last dress, has that kind of split open front with like layers in front of it, and I think that that's a challenging area to style because this look just kind of gives it a really elegant vibe. I feel like honestly, if you wore a shorter blouse that was more casual, I guess, and then you didn't have the frilly sock thing over the Doc Martens would probably be fine. Maybe like up hairdo too. Do more of like a casual look. It's definitely challenging to work in pinks. I feel like because the dress is open and it has this cream ivory front, if you were to wear a pink blouse, it might look off. I would maybe go for some sort of like sheer pink blouse maybe. I'm thinking about the, actually the cream and sugar one. If not this blouse, then one that is similar to it, this color and texture might be interesting. So that it's not just like a solid cotton pink, it's more a hint, a little bit, a sprinkle of pink. Otherwise, I think I would stick with a blouse that kind of matches this front open piece, and then just add pink in your accessories, your shoes, and your headpiece. I don't know if this is your hair or a wig, but I feel like it would be fun to just style it in different ways and experiment with pieces there. And you could also put bows or flowers, or like a pearl garland would look really cute with these, like in your hair. Headpieces. I'm just trying to think of headpieces. My mind is blank, but I'm just gonna look for some headpieces and put them all here, because I visually need to see them right now. I can't imagine some right now. I need to look side by side and see. Beck, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your kind words, and I'm so glad that you are able to wear Lolita now. Any pronouns and call me Fish. As a Pisces, I love that. Hello, Fish. Hi, Lore. Hope you're doing well. I sent a fixing cords emails back in December, but I guess you didn't receive it. Yeah. There was a time when I was locked out of that email. I sometimes encounter people who want to be angry about videos and fill up my email, and I have to click. So anyways, I'm sorry. There are emails that I've missed. If I haven't gotten to your coordinate yet and you sent it a while back, please feel free to send it again. So I'm a Decora who wears Lolita every once in a while. I got this pretty dress a long time ago. These pictures are also from a while ago. I don't often take pictures, so my style has evolved to even more accessories now. And I'm not exactly sure how to coordinate it in a more Lolita way. I do not know the name of this print. I bought it in a reseller store. Thank you. This is really challenging because this piece in itself is not Lolita. It's very much like a fairy K style dress, but I do think that it has the potential to be made into a Lolita coordinate. I think that it would be really cool and it has potential. My immediate thought was to try to layer a longer skirt over top of it, but I don't know physically if that would be comfortable enough for you. It might be something where you could do it and then take a photo, but not like wear it out all day. And I think that my brain, that's where it keeps going. I keep wanting to, if you could remove this purse strap thing and then just layer skirts over it, it could be really fun. There is a designer from Australia who has an Etsy, and I found them on TikTok, but they make really colorful skirts, and I feel like that could be really fun to work with, because then you could still see the dress underneath it, but their skirts are like sheer. I feel like Fish, you're a Decora, you're experimental. I can give you really wild advice that not everybody would enjoy, but I know that you and I would be willing to experiment with, so let's go wild and have fun with this. Now, if you paired this skirt with this, would it make it Lolita? I don't know. I feel like you might face criticism from Lolitas of whether your coordinate with this is Lolita or not, but personally, I wouldn't really care. Just wear what you want to wear and see if you like it. My instinct is to take this in like a clowny way because, of course, there's like mismatched patterns and I love clown stuff, so I feel like with Decora, you're not afraid to go like over the top and mix and match and clash things. It can be really fun. If you have advice for any of these Lolitas, please leave it in the comments below. It's always good to get the opinions and advice from different people with different styles, different backgrounds, different inspirations. Looking at Fish's coordinate kind of has me thinking, is there anything that you want to try in Lolita but are too afraid to? Let me know in the comments, I'm really curious. And as always, stay lovely. Also, go send Puvi some love. Just leave some nice comments on Puvi's Instagram, okay? Bye!